Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be checking out all Shangri-La openings and endings in one video. So I did make a post earlier today asking for you guys to make any recommendations to me that I could check out. I did have a little bit of time and there were other suggestions there for sure, but my friend who's been compiling the playlist videos that you see on my channel where I check out mystery openings from certain decades, he asked me not to react to some of the other openings that were requested because he plans to have them appear in some of those playlist videos. So that is why today I will be checking out the Shangri-La openings. So I thought it would be fun today to check this out, especially with the new season ongoing currently. I think season 2 started during the past week or so, I think it would be really fun to check the series out. I don't know anything about it. I don't even know if I've seen any of the characters in any artwork or anything like that before, but I'm really intrigued and interested to find out. This is going to be completely new to me, and why don't we just jump straight into this. If you guys like the video, please consider leaving a like, please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and please, share some other opinions or recommendations in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite opening or ending from this video was, and yeah, let's just have a fun time with it. So let's go and let's get this party started. I'm really excited to see what this series is all about. Oh shit, okay. Oh yes. Was that a bird? Holy shit. This is heavy thrash metal, like holy shit. Oh yes. I love the sound. The visuals here are stunning too, like look at that skybox. Oh. Isekai. This is an isekai, I suspect. That looked like a character phasing into another character. So big bird guy. Fantasy isekai, perhaps? Oh shit, wolf guy. Look at that design, like that's so cool. Yes. Oh yes. Oh, the singer's voice is beautiful. Oh, I love this switch up in the way he was singing and the way the music was going too. Oh, look at this this area right here. That's so cool. I wonder if that's Shangri-La, perhaps? The rabbit. Oh, bunny rabbit. This bird guy being taken seriously next to these other characters is really funny to me. So my prediction for this series is that based on the first few images, like this here, right here, it looks like this main character, probably main character, is wearing like VR goggles, I guess. They're seeing the world of I guess that the game might take place in. And then it's showing this guy who I assume is our main character. Looks like a what is it, like a duckbill or a shoehorn? Like what's the name of that bird that looks really creepy? Is it shoebill? I don't actually know. But it's a really creepy looking bird. So like that being the main character, but it has like this kind of silly looking look to it. It's just really funny to me. Yeah, I think it's the main character. That's their character that they play when they're playing this game. I love the kind of like look of the character too. Like I don't know if these are scars that are all over his body or if they're like paint or tattoos that he has, but I think it's kind of like scarring by the looks of things. And sick looking scars on a character obviously are gonna always look really badass, and I think that the way these are presented look really cool. The imagery present too in this, like the visuals, like look at this skybox right here. That skybox is beautiful. Seeing all these different characters with all unique designs. Some look very serious, some look very like she looks like she's kind of smiling while she's doing this, so I can't tell if that's because she's confident in herself or if she just has fun with what she's doing. And then we see this guy, like big rabbit with smoking like a pipe or something. Like it just looks like a very out there series, like with all these fantasy elements, and I think that it looks very fun. And then seeing he transitions into the wolf, maybe I'm not sure how to make like what to make of that. But the animation as well. The animation looks really really well done. Like this action right here is very very easy to follow. It looks sick with the kind of glitchy effect that they have while they're fighting, and you know, having all the characters look very have all these different characters with their personalities showing. You know, you can kind of tell who's the confident one, who's the silly one, you know, stuff like that. And the imagery with, you know, this island right here is so beautiful. I love this little rabbit too that kind of shows up every now and then, and changes the way that we perceive what we see in this opening, because the opening, it does look pretty serious throughout. You know, there's action, there's fighting, it's showing the world, and then, you know, we get this silly little rabbit pop in. So I wonder what their deal is, if they're kind of like this sort of messenger or mascot for this game, if this is an isekai, that is. But also I think it's so funny that this character that's like, to compare to something I know, it's kind of like Inosuke from Demon Slayer, where he's wearing like this animal mask with like a buff ass body with like these dual swords. So like seeing him walking alongside two other characters, and you know, it being taken very seriously, it's pretty humorous and it's pretty funny to me. But yeah, I thought that this was a great opening. So this opening was Broken Games by FZMZ, and I think that that pretty much confirms to me that this is indeed an isekai where the main character kind of gets drawn into this game. So I'm not actually sure if it's straight up isekai where they get dragged into the game, or if it's more a literal representation of the main character playing this game, because we didn't really see one or the other happening, because we did see the character a couple of times, you know, with their normal human appearance, and then we saw like multiple times throughout this opening they're playing this character, or they're controlling this character who you know, looks very badass. And I love the appearance, that the way this anime opening presented itself. The song was sick. I loved the real heaviness in it, because it's not what I was expecting, especially when you see certain images like this. And the way it starts off, you know, we see the character looking really badass and ready to fight, but then we see this real beautiful like background, like this real fantasy background setting, and just having this real heavy thumping beat playing in the background just really gets me like pumped, and it makes me want to like get like into this game. Like I want to play this game right now. And then, you know, towards the end we also get it then like slow down, and it's much more melodic, and you know, it's very like emotional then, because you know, we get to see like some of the characters fighting, I guess, and you know, we get to see the world itself, and like for the beauty that it is, it's not as chaotic and it's not as intense. So the fact that the song itself showed two very different sides of what I suspect the story also presents itself in this anime, I think was great, and I love it so much. But I do think that it is time to maybe move on to opening number 2. But yeah, this was an absolute banger. I did absolutely adore this opening so much. So why don't we just jump straight into opening number 2 of Shangri-La Frontier and see what this one's all about. Oh shit, danger, danger. Okay, they're all playing characters. I got it. I see what you're doing here. Oh shit, let's go. Hell yes. This is the same artist as the first one. Oh, I love that the design of the characters there. It looked very fluid. Oh, she can use like magic. This big rabbit with the little bunnies. I can't tell what the red smoke is supposed to represent. If it's showing images within it, I can't make it out. Looks like Shredder. Oh shit. The animation again looks sick. The action. Her voice is beautiful too, singing in the background, kind of backing up the main singer of this song. They're complementing each other perfectly. I made a fool of myself before, but this kind of sounds like Lisa. I'm not confident in that answer though. Hell yeah. Oh, that was sick. This song was Danger Danger by FZMZ featuring Icy. Yet again, obviously it's not Lisa. One thing about me that you might learn in this channel if you watch enough of my videos, I am absolute shit. I'm so shit at picking out voices and placing who they are. I have no idea who is who, and so I'm not trying to offend anyone by saying, "Oh, is this Lisa?" I'm not good with when it comes to this stuff, so you know that's just kind of my thing on this channel. But this was so much fun yet again. I love that it kind of lured me into this false sense of not false sense of security, but I thought we were getting a much slower song. I thought we were going to be getting a track that kind of matched like an emotional kind of standpoint of the series, and I thought we'd maybe be getting like a more like grounded backstory, character driven maybe arc for this second opening. But no, this shit came in hot and heavy again when as soon as like I was getting comfortable and as soon as I thought I was getting one thing, this song just came in bam and gave me something else entirely. And I think that was so well done because it definitely surprised me. Even though I came into this expecting a heavier song after the first one, it surprised me when it did kick in, and I love that for it. I think that seeing these different characters as we see the characters that they play in the game in the background is really fun, because the one on the right, she looks like she'd be a very kind of posh girl, I guess. I'm not sure if that's accurate, or someone who is very high profile, or someone who really cares about their appearance. But the player that they play in this game itself is this like real badass big ass knight who has armor covering their entire body, so we don't actually see what they look like. So it's kind of a complete direct opposite of what the character I suspect actually is in real life, and then everyone else just kind of looks like they're pretty much the character that I expected them to be. The one on the left looks very confident and full of herself. The one in the middle, the girl, she's very much like, yeah, I can do whatever I want, like, cocky. I do think this was an absolute banger of an opening though. Like the visuals were so sleek, they were so beautiful. I'm getting to see kind of what they can do. We saw who uses weapons, and we saw who uses like kind of magical looking abilities. I'm just now realizing, are there kind of like apparitions, spirits, ghosts in this anime as well? Because we can see through this character. We can see the rocks in the background, we can see the sky through them, and we can see branches from the tree coming through them. So I'm wondering if there's kind of like supernatural aspects as well, because obviously it's fantasy setting. We see all these fantasy beasts, fantastic beasts, and like the kind of medieval environments. But then we also see characters like this who look very out of place compared to like some of the others, because this looks very very modern, like what she's wearing, I guess, whereas some of the other characters, what they're wearing is much more classical looking, and their hairs are down. They're not kind of like all these ribbons and the kind of hairstyle looks a little out of place from everything else I've seen in this anime opening. But that's not a fault whatsoever. It's, if they're able to pull it off, I think that's badass. I think that's sick, and I love that. And I also love the real glitchy effects that the anime has. Like just in the background is real glitchy. Kind of also then representing that this is within a game itself. The character on the left here must be an absolute badass that they're able to fend off three people at once here, because holy shit, it takes three people to fight this guy. Oh, and we also see the head peeking through the mask. So it is it's a literal bird mask. I thought it was actually like a beastman sort of thing, but I guess it is literally like Inosuke from Demon Slayer, where it's like a mask that they wear over their face. So I think that's really cool, and I love that we actually get to see that if we're looking carefully enough here. The visuals, the imagery, like having like all these really intense bright colors to symbolize darkness and this kind of like overwhelming sense of you know, doom and gloom, you know, all these dark purples, dark reds, bright reds, really dark like blacks and grays, everything like that. But then, you know, we also get shots where characters are swarmed in light. So it really has me questioning the like whether the characters are kind of morally gray or they are good guys, and then like, you know, there's some characters that are very obviously good guys and like the good characters. But I think that the way that this anime has been presented is so cool. Oh, okay, it's not actually, oh, I see. I never caught this, but they actually switch out the bird mask for like a, I guess like a classic samurai look almost. So that's really cool that, you know, it also, you know, plays into the whole, this is a game setting, and they switch out their gear, they switch out what they're wearing, and they switch out the gear that they use. And I think that's really cool because I haven't really checked out anime like this before, and I wasn't aware that this is something that might be present within that. But I think that's really cool because, you know, I myself am someone who has played a lot of Final Fantasy 14. So, you know, screenshots that I have of my character from like way back when are like completely different, the gear that I'm wearing from what I have now. And I think it's really cool to look back and stuff like that, you know, and to see that this anime also kind of, you know, showcases that aspect of it. And yeah, you know, that's badass and that's sick. So that's so cool. I do really actually appreciate that. But yeah, I love the song, I love the visuals, and yeah, this anime has been providing banger after banger so far. So let's now move on to opening number 3, which I think is the final opening. It's the opening that is being used with the anime right now as it is airing. So why don't we check out opening number 3 for Shangri-La Frontier. I'm sure this is going to be another banger. I wonder if it's going to be by the same artist as the previous two. So that'll be fun to check out. So let's just immediately get right into this. Oh hell yeah. Oh shit. Oh, there it is. It's so good. It is so good. Oh, I love this so much. So many different tempos in this song, like it's so good. Oh, look at the bunnies, oh the cats! Holy shit! Look at that animation, that looks sick. This is the opening that's currently airing, I believe. Is that Mecha? They're suddenly in Mecha? Is this just got everything? It's just a complete blend of different genres. Nimpo? They're using Ninja Nimpo? Hell yes! Go off! I'm not gonna make a fool of myself again, but yeah. Again, that sounded like it could have been Lisa, but I'm sure this was probably Icy again with MX or MZ. Holy shit, this one actually was Lisa? That is crazy. I'm so disappointed in myself. There's been so many openings I've checked out lately that I've been like, oh, is this Lisa? And this is like the one time I don't do it, and this time it's actually Lisa. Come on. Oh, that's so funny. That's pretty ironic though, you know, considering. But yeah, this opening was Queen by Lisa. The song provided was Queen by Lisa, and holy absolute banger. Lisa has done it yet again. Not that I ever would have doubted her, but you know, she's never once provided a dull or a dud when it comes to openings that I've checked out. I'm sure there's plenty of Lisa openings that I haven't even heard yet, but anything that I've heard from her has been an absolute all-time banger. This one also, you know, climbing the ranks quickly to be probably like one of the biggest bangers of the year for sure. You know, in a year, especially a season as packed as this one, you know, you've got the Dan Dan opening, you've got the Bleach opening. I'm sure there's plenty others that I haven't checked out. Those are really the only two I've checked out this season. But to also have this, a Lisa opening, holy shit, like we have been absolutely spoiled this season. Like this is like unprecedented levels of peak. Holy shit! The opening, absolute banger. I loved the fact that yet again, like opening two, I kind of got lured into this false sense of like, oh, okay, it's going to be like a slower one. It's like red, yellow, green. I think that's what she's saying anyway. Like red, yellow, green. And it's just like kind of like, okay, we're talking about like the game, and we're probably using colors to represent stop, get ready, and go. Like that kind of a general traffic light system, and then it just comes in so fast, like so hard, and it smacks my ass off, and it's so good. I thought that this was an absolute banger of an opening. Holy shit, this is definitely a great opening, and absolutely deserving of being in the talks of best opening of this season. I haven't checked enough openings for this year to throw my hat into the ring for best opening of the year. I really new to this whole anime thing, so I probably should check out more 2024 anime openings, like in general. I'll try and get that done by the time we finish the year, so that I can have an actual proper conversation about best openings, etc. But that's besides the point. That's not important right now. What is important is this opening, and this opening yet again had insane visuals. I love that we kind of showed the characters through like these lenses of like color. I wonder if that's kind of like was representing in D&D terms like their, like, whether they're neutral, chaotic, that sort of vibe, whether the colors were kind of representing their personalities. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure if that was the case. We get to see this beautiful like setting right here. Like this looks like a little town, which is unlike, I guess, what we've seen so far through these other openings. We get to see, the two. They look like the two like main girls. Like there's the main character who wears the bird mask, and then there's the two main girls who are always with him, and then there's the third girl who, or I'm not sure. Maybe she's playing a guy in this. Who is the big knight. We get to see the silly little bunny again, which is fun. As a little throwback to the first opening, these characters look so different from anything else. Like they look like they're straight out of a sci-fi shooter almost. Not just because of the dog tags, but also like the gear that they're wearing. It's very different from what we've seen from any of the other characters in these openings. Seeing more action, which is bonkers. Like this action is so good. Like the fluidity, the way that it goes from setting to setting, it goes from like one type of fight to another, like immediately after. Like he's in a completely different area fighting twice, but it's so seamlessly done for this opening. It's so badass. And then we get mecha. We get to see mechs fighting with guns. The mech designs are really cool. I like that I can tell that this is probably our main character because it's like a bird mask for the mecha. I'm not sure who the one on the left is, the blue one, but I think it's so cool that the design kind of matches him and what we expect from him. But then we see this character here who was like one of the ones that I like in a kind of hologram thing that I was suspecting. It looks like she's from a sci-fi shooter almost. So it's very not what I would have expected coming into this third opening, because I thought I kind of had an idea of what this series was. It was just like an action fantasy set in within a game setting. But then this kind of took that and gave so many twists. We've got like different genres coming in now. We've got like, it's this kind of like a Monster Hunter thing now too, with this big creature. We see like this big crab that's got 3D CG, and I think it looks pretty cool, I'll be honest. Like I like the crystal effect. And then we see like Nimpo. We see like she's using like Naruto Nimpo like techniques with a little bunny. It's just pure fun. And yeah, this is an absolute banger opening. I loved it so much. I think that they have done a great job with every single one of these openings. I honestly wouldn't be able to pick a favorite because every single one has blown my socks off. Like, holy shit. They've come in so hard, so fast, so heavy, and they've been absolute joys to watch. The visuals as well have also been a treat. They're so like there's so much in there, jam packed in, that it's just like an absolute blast to check out. And yeah, thank you for recommending these because it's been an absolute joy to check out. I will now be checking out the endings though, so stay tuned if you want to check those out. But I will now be moving on to the first ending for the first season of Shangri-La Frontier. Just real quick, I did notice it was getting pretty dark in the room, so I decided to put a light on. I hope that the light isn't distracting, but we're going to check out ending number 1 now. Cookie's playing in the background. I don't know if you can see him. He's right there. You see Cookie looking really ominous? He's just playing over there. He's just a little guy. Yeah, so we'll check out ending number 1 right now. Oh shit, okay. Every single one of these has grabbed my attention immediately. I love the way that they're animated, like the way that they're drawn, the shine to their skin, etc. Like it's really, really nice to look at. Holy shit, we're getting glitchy. Very fitting, I guess, for the show. Ooh, I like that that one that was coming in front of his body. His design is so cool though with the scars. Like he's been through some shit. That little bunny is crazy. Welcome to Shangri-La Frontier. Oh, look at that. Oh shit, the moon. It's huge. Look at that smirk. Oh, she looks badass. She's a badass for sure. She's pretty badass too, but she's probably the more like bubbly character, I guess. These two look at odds with each other. I love that this feels like, it's very fitting for this kind of show. Oh, that was sick. That felt so fitting. The way that the instruments and like the music was kind of getting very glitchy and getting very like chaotic was so fitting for the concept of the show, or at least what I understand of the concept of the show. They're playing a game, like we see all these kind of glitchy effects as they're fighting, as their swords connect in the openings. There's these glitchy effects throughout the openings. They kind of phase in and out glitchy. In like a glitchy sense to showcase something in the opening itself, and I think having the ending itself be like real, like all glitchy. I don't know how to like describe that sound better, but it's very fitting, and I loved it so much. The fact that it was kind of present throughout this entire ending. At the beginning, like I did say, I love the kind of the shine and the way that these hands and the skin in general looks in this anime. It's very like honestly movie like I feel like you only really see this kind of detail in movies with like the shadows and the shine on the skin and stuff like that. So it was such a joy to see, and like an anime ending. This shot in particular I loved. This like leafy planty thing looks like it's just a straight up like tattoo on him, and I think it adds this really cool effect. It's really well placed, the shadow and everything, like the way that it's like it's a lighter color against him so that it stands out. And seeing him in like this field, it kind of it's such a beautiful like moment that I'm really curious about his character, and if he's like a really serious character, if he's goofy, if he's like, I just don't really know his personality, and I just think that he looks like a fun character, and I'd be curious to learn more about it, especially like walking alongside a little bunny like this. You can't take him too seriously, right? And then we get to see the other characters. The other characters look like they're a ton of fun. I love that he's like smiling as he's looking out towards this girl, because this girl looks like she looks like she'd be a really fun character. I do really want to know more about her, because she looks like she'd be my favorite, because she looks like a really level-headed, but also she's there for the fun. Like she looks like she's almost there for the thrill of combat, I guess. And I love like that kind of vibe that she gives off. She looks really confident in herself, and I just love that look. And then she looks very fun. Like any opening that I saw with her in it, she looked very fun. She looks a little sadder and a little more serious in this ending, but you know, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe she is kind of like the character that kind of has a more grounded, sad story, I guess, and like circumstances surrounding her. And then, you know, we get to see the big knight and our main character standing back to each other. So they're like probably at odds with one another. And I wonder if they have to work through a lot of stuff to come to an understanding with one another. But yeah, this was such a fun opening. Sorry, I say opening, but I mean ending. This was such a fun ending. I think that they have just proven that this is an absolute banger series when it comes to like openings and endings. I'm really excited to check out the next two endings. But yeah, more people need to talk about this anime. Like, I don't really hear people talk about this anime, and that's a shame, because going off of these endings, this has been an absolute joy to check out. So, you know, let's check out the next ending, and hopefully it's another absolute banger. I'm sure that it will be. All right, time for ending number 2 for Shangri-La Frontier. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, the art style has changed completely. This is stunning. And the singer's voice too. Oh my god. Okay, so this is a much more grounded season probably of the show. Oh, that's so cute. Like a little backpack. She's the big knight character, so they're very linked to one another, these two characters. This is beautiful. Oh my god. The way they're all flowing through him, the main character, it's so symbolic that they all flow through him. It's stunning. Ooh. Okay. Oh, this is beautiful. And now we're getting to see the real players, I think. Aww. Look at them. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful, beautiful ending. Aww. Heaven Angeling. Not sure what that really means, but yeah, this was absolutely stunning. This was such a beautiful, beautiful ending. So beautiful. I think the idea to make it kind of a much more simple ending was so well done, and I think that you know, doing that by like changing, first of all, the art style. I thought we were going to get like a much more stylized, like, you know, artistic ending, and you know, it still was, but it was kind of telling us a little story in very simple means by just having like our main character stand with their backs to us as characters pass in and out through him. This is obviously himself, like this is the player character, like this is him, and then, you know, he disappears, and then the character he plays shows up going the opposite direction. So it's you know, telling this little story. And then I think this is the one who plays the knight character. I think this is the character who plays like the big knight, who, you know, covers their body and covers everything about them. She passes to the right, and then coming in towards the left is, you know, this character. Maybe it is the same character and maybe I'm wrong, but I think from opening 2 I was able to tell that the one with the little bob was a different character, but maybe I'm wrong entirely, and maybe that was this character right here, because that would make more sense the way that this opening's being done, you know. And then, you know, we see this character passing by, and then she shows up, so I wonder if she's the one who plays the character that we just saw. But the way that it's done is so stunning. Like, it's such a beautiful, beautiful ending. Like, look at this. This is incredible. The song as well is very touching. It definitely hit many emotional like highs. Like, you know, it kind of brought us together at one point and like made us feel like we could do anything. And I think that they did a great job with this, both visually and like the song that was provided for this. They go so hand in hand with one another, and they're so fitting. And I think that this season is probably one that tackles kind of deeper concepts, and maybe a more character driven, it's a more character driven arc and season. And I think that maybe the characters go through a lot together, and I think that's what this is kind of trying to show us, that they all kind of converge and they all kind of go through a lot of stuff, but through our main character. He's there for everyone, and he's there to bring everyone together, and that they all come to be like this really close-knit team through him. I think that's kind of what the characters coming and going through him, his silhouette, is probably trying to represent to us. I think that that's so well done, and it was genuinely beautiful. Like, this was an absolutely beautiful ending, and yeah, I'm really curious now as to what the final ending is going to look like. This was beautiful. And now we shall check out ending number 3, which is the final ending for the day. This has been a lot of fun, so thank you for recommending this series for openings and endings. I will for sure be back with more openings and endings in the future, very soon, of course. I try to upload daily, so leave your suggestions in the comments below. If I don't get to your openings or endings, it's probably because my friend who is making the playlist videos that you see on my channel has asked me not to check those out because he wants to include those in the playlists. So I hope you're not offended if your request doesn't show up on the channel. It will probably eventually show up, so stay tuned for that, but it'll probably show up in the playlist videos instead, rather than like a standalone video. But let's just jump right into this ending, the final ending. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, please consider leaving a like, and please consider leaving a comment letting me know, like I asked, what I should check out next. And without further ado, I think we should just finish this bad boy off, and we'll see what Shangri-La Frontier has in store for us with ending number 3. I believe this is the ending that's currently airing right now, so this will be interesting to see. Okay. Oh, he looks so cool. This looks so different. Like, this is very like jazz club. Like everything they're wearing, this is so cool. Shit, who's this? Oh, they look so cool though. I love this. I love this different side of characters, seeing them wearing different clothing, and it's so cool. Even the bunny's wearing a suit. Look at the dance! Look at him! The way that chandelier was animated was so cool. Oh, I love her. I love her design, and I love how, like, her character, like, personality looks. She's so cool. Look at her. And the bunny! It's like a mob boss. Oh, that's animated so well too. Look at them all clapping. Everyone clap along. The clapping looks a little goofy. Hell yeah. That glass chandelier is so beautifully animated. Holy shit. That was a very, very different ending from what I was expecting. I was expecting, like, kind of like the previous 2 endings that kind of tackle themes of the show, or show locations, maybe a little fighting, and then the second one had a kind of deeper tone to it, and it was much more introspective and stuff like that. This one was just like, what, let's just have some fun. And I love it when endings do that. I love when there's like just a good fun ending that I'm not sure if this has anything to do with anything that's happening in the series. I'm sure there's some shots in here and some symbolism that maybe I'm not able to pick up on because I'm not watching the show itself. So this was just a really, really, to me, like, a just pure fun ending. Like, we see everyone just chilling and having fun. Like, immediately when we see him wearing a hat, and then the characters just sitting around with these really cool looking suits on, like they're in a jazz club. Absolutely sick. It's so badass, and it's so fun, and it's such a cool way to present these characters in a light that we maybe would never see otherwise. Like, look at the bunny, like, just chilling on a disco ball. It's just so fun. I also love, like, her design. Like, she looks so stunning. Like, look at, she just looks like she's the belle of the ball here, and I think that presenting her in this kind of like light probably is done on purpose, and it's probably to showcase that she's kind of like this really important character who is very integral for what is happening in this arc, especially. And then we get to see like the characters dancing, which is a ton of fun, of course. Like, just it's just such a fun ending. Like, just seeing dancing, like look at that, like he's just a silly little guy. And then we see like this shot especially like really cracked me up, because like characters move out of this little bunny's way, and then the way he just like turns around slowly, it's very like mob boss esque, and I think it's really like really funnily presented, and I just love it so much. This ending was such a fun one to check out. I hope that people who are checking out Shangri-La Frontier right now are having a blast with it. I hope that it's living up to everyone's expectations, and I hope that more people start to talk about this anime, because it looks like a really fun one. It looks like a very interesting one, and the openings and endings were an absolute blast. And you know, more people, like I said, should be checking these out, because these were really well done, really well put together, and they even had Lisa on board for opening number 3, so that should tell you just enough about like how great these are. But you know, for me, that's probably going to do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you consider checking out some of the other content on the channel. Leave a like if you enjoy, comment letting me know what your favorite opening or ending was, and you know, check out the next video. So I will be back very soon. Take care and have a great day.